Intro music with a dramatic building tone begins and then fades into the background. Have you ever wondered what would happen if the world just stopped? Not in a metaphorical sense, but literally. What if the Earth, our giant spinning home, suddenly slammed on the brakes? Today, we're diving into a scenario that sounds like it has ripped straight from a blockbuster movie, but is grounded in real science. We're going to explore the catastrophic consequences of the Earth halting its rotation for just 10 seconds. So buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Slight pause for dramatic effect. Right now, as you're watching this, the Earth is spinning at a breathtaking speed. If you're near the equator, you're moving at over 1,000 miles per hour, or about 1,600 kilometers per hour. We don't feel it because everything around us, the atmosphere, the oceans, the ground beneath our feet, is moving along with us. It's like being on an airplane cruising at a steady speed. You can walk around, pour a drink, and you don't feel the incredible velocity. But what happens when that plane comes to an abrupt, screeching halt? Sound of a record scratch or a sudden braking sound? Chaos. Absolute chaos. The instant the Earth stops, the law of inertia takes over. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist a change in its state of motion. So while the solid Earth stops, everything not bolted down to the bedrock keeps moving at that incredible speed. Imagine it. You, your house, cars, trees, animals, every single loose object would be flung eastward at over 1,000 miles per hour. This isn't just a strong wind. This is a force that would turn everything on the surface into a high-speed projectile. The force would be so immense that it would be like being hit by a continuous planet-wide shockwave. Buildings, no matter how well constructed, would be sheared from their foundations and torn to pieces. Cities would be scoured from the face of the Earth in an instant. But the devastation doesn't stop on land. The oceans, vast bodies of water with immense inertia, would also keep moving. They would surge across the continents in the form of mega tsunamis, waves so colossal they would make the worst tsunamis in recorded history look like ripples in a pond. These waves would travel at supersonic speeds, washing over land masses and erasing coastlines. Entire countries could be submerged in a matter of minutes. The friction between the rushing water and the stationary land would also generate an incredible amount of heat, potentially boiling the surface of the oceans and creating a scalding, deadly steam. And let's not forget the atmosphere. The air, just like the oceans, would continue its momentum. This would create winds far more powerful than any hurricane or tornado ever witnessed. We're talking about wind speeds that could potentially circle the globe multiple times in that 10-second window, stripping the land of soil, vegetation, and anything left standing. The friction would be so intense it could ignite global firestorms, burning what little remained after the initial impact. It would be a planet-wide cataclysm of wind, water, and fire, all happening simultaneously. Now, let's talk about the planet itself. The Earth isn't a perfect sphere. Its rotation causes it to bulge at the equator and flatten at the poles. It's a subtle bulge, but it holds a massive amount of ocean water in place. If the Earth stopped spinning, gravity would take over, and the planet would begin to relax into a more perfect sphere. That equatorial bulge of water would have nowhere to go but towards the poles. This would trigger a monumental redistribution of the world's oceans. Water would rush away from the equator, exposing a new supercontinent of dry land around the middle of the planet. Meanwhile, the polar regions would be drowned, creating two massive polar oceans. This global flood wouldn't be temporary. It would be a permanent reshaping of our world's geography. After those 10 terrifying seconds are up, what happens when the Earth starts spinning again? Let's assume it instantly resumes its normal rotation. The chaos would happen all over again, but in reverse. Everything that was hurled eastward would now come crashing back westward with the same devastating force. The oceans, which had been rushing towards the poles, would be pulled back towards the equator, creating another set of unimaginable tsunamis. It would be a second wave of destruction, wiping out anything that might have miraculously survived the first. But what if the effects are even more profound? The Earth's rotation is what generates our magnetic field, a vital shield that protects us from harmful solar radiation. A 10-second pause might be enough to disrupt the liquid outer core's motion, which acts as the engine for this magnetic field. If our magnetic shield were to falter, even for a short time, the planet would be bombarded by cosmic rays and charged particles from the sun. This would be catastrophic for any life that survived the physical destruction, and it could cripple any and all electronic technology. Our satellites would be fried, our power grids would collapse, and radiation levels on the surface could become lethal. Furthermore, the abrupt stop and start would create unimaginable geological stress. The tectonic plates, which are already in constant, slow motion, would be subjected to immense forces. This could trigger earthquakes of a magnitude we can't even comprehend, shaking the entire planet to its core. Volcanoes all over the world could erupt simultaneously, spewing ash and gas into the already chaotic atmosphere. This would block out the sun, plunging the world into a volcanic winter and causing temperatures to plummet. The planet would become a dark, cold, and seismically unstable nightmare. So could anyone survive this? It's highly unlikely. Perhaps people in deep, reinforced underground bunkers might survive the initial kinetic chaos, but they would emerge into a world that is completely alien and hostile. The atmosphere would be choked with dust, ash, and steam. The geography of the planet would be redrawn. Ecosystems would have collapsed. The familiar world would be gone, replaced by a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It's a terrifying thought experiment, isn't it? But here's the good news. According to the laws of physics, it's virtually impossible for the Earth to just stop spinning. The amount of energy required to hold a rotating mass of 6 sextillion tons is astronomical. There's no known force in the universe that could just apply the brakes like that. Our planet's rotation is incredibly stable, a cosmic dance that has been going on for billions of years and will continue for billions more. Thinking about this extreme scenario does something incredible, though. It gives us a profound appreciation for the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. That gentle, imperceptible spin isn't just a passive backdrop to our lives. It's an active, essential force that shapes our oceans, our weather, our climate, and protects us from the harshness of space. It's the silent engine that drives our world. Our planet is a dynamic, powerful, and sometimes violent place, but its consistency is what allows us to thrive. So the next time you look at a sunrise or sunset, remember that you are witnessing a beautiful consequence of our world's constant, life-giving motion. It's a daily reminder of the incredible cosmic mechanics that keep us safe. We hope this journey into the impossible has blown your mind and given you a new perspective on the planet we call home. If you enjoyed this thought experiment and want to explore more mind-bending science concepts, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have so many more stories to tell that will change the way you see the universe. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.